So confused as to what happened. Hello. So for some reason, when I scheduled a live, it just didn't let me go live on that scheduled event. So yeah, I had to just kind of go live manually. Everything okay? Yeah, glitched out on me. Hello. Hi. Yeah, so sorry about that. I scheduled a live, but it wouldn't let me go live on that event, so I just had to do it manually. So I apologize for the confusion. I hope that didn't create like two lives going on, but this is the one. Um, yeah, so welcome everybody. Atilahai, Bonjour, Ani, Gwe. My name is Mako Baskin. I'm the Makitats Yatsuk program coordinator. And today we're going to get into our Wednesday core workouts. This is our first real workout session. So we're going to be doing a warm-up, which features some dynamic stretching. And then I'm going to get into the actual core workout. And then we'll just finish off with some cool down. So yeah, a special thanks to the Sport for Social Development, or Sport Canada. They made large contributions to this program to bring fitness through the Yungatu program. So thank you, as well as to all the Toronto and Yugi Association staff for getting this rolling. Again, yeah, sorry for mixing up the lives. But yeah, so I guess without further ado, we'll get into our warm-up. Okay, so to start off first, we're going to be going into the downward dog position and then stepping into a lunge or the runner stance. So I'll show you what that looks like. So feet are about shoulder width apart, coming down into this position. So my palms are flat against the mat and my feet are flat against the mat, just making a human triangle. And then from this position, you just want to bring up one knee, getting that lunge in. So again, once you get that lunge out, coming back up, back out into runner stance, back up. So we're going to do this 4 times on each side. So that's 8 reps total. So starting with my right. Again, downward dog position, bringing up the knee into runner stance, back up, the knee. And you just want to hold each position for about 3 to 5 seconds, whatever you're comfortable with. So just bringing that knee out. So now I'll show you on the other side as well as the side view of what that looks like. So again, getting into downward dog position. Now I'm going to be bringing my left leg up. So you can either put it inside or outside of your arms. The position of the leg doesn't really matter. It's just about the movement. So again, from the side. Back into downward dog. Coming forward. Back up. Coming forward. Back up. So as you can see, I'm just bouncing a little bit just to get that dynamic stretching. Feel free not to. Time. So that's the first warm-up exercise. So that's just really good for the legs as well as the lower part of the abdominals. So you really feel that in your quads as well, and you stretch out your calves. So it's a good 2-purpose exercise. The next we're going to be doing is called the inchworm. So starting again in that downward dog pose, we're going to be inching forward into a sun salutation pose. So I'll show you what that looks like. So again, from the front, feet shoulder width apart. My feet are going to stay flat on the mat or on the floor. Coming down into downward dog, and then just inching yourself forward until you get into sun salutation. So again, you can have your body flat on the mat. I like to, for just extra core strength, I like to sit on my tippy toes so my knees don't touch the mat, just completely straight off of the mat. But I'll show you again. So coming down, holding this for about 3 to 5 seconds, walking it out, and just trying to look back. Again, just holding each position 3 to 5 seconds, crawling back up. So we're going to do this about 8 times. So again, just like this. So you can kind of see why this is called the inchworm. Just moving your body upwards and then back downwards. I'll do this one more time. I'll show you what the side view looks like actually, just for the last one. Hopefully I can do it. So again, downward dog, and then just creeping forward into sun salutation. So I like to keep my toes up when I do this, again, just to hold that core, sort of like a plank position. But feel free not to. You can also just rest your body flat against the floor, like this, which is still getting in that strength and that stretch in the core as well as the lower back. So, which is what we need now for some core stability. So after the inchworm, we're going to be doing side to side lunges with some reaching. So that's really good just for your sides, your obliques, as you're going to be getting into these core workouts. So standing side by side, you can have your feet together or just stand on the other side of your mat, whatever's easiest for you to get that reach. And you want to reach down and you just want to touch. And you want to go to the other side and you want to touch, and the other side. And so you want to hold each side for about 3 seconds. So I like to keep everything pointing forward, but feel free to turn your toes out, whatever's most comfortable for you. So again, just standing like this and just really reaching to the side, going down as far as you can and going back up, going back down. And so you're just going to do this 8 times or 4 times each side. And you want to just hold each side for about 3 to 5 seconds. So I'll do 2 more. So you're really going to feel that in your inner thighs, your quads, as well as your hamstrings, and maybe even your calves, depending on how you stand. So now moving on from the warm-up, I hope everybody's feeling warmed up. And we're going to get into the dynamic core workouts now. So the first that we are going to do is to stretch completely the core out. So a lot of this movement is going to take place in plank position. So you're really going to feel your abdominal muscles really tightening as we're going to get through these exercises. So the first is the extended arms plank. So this is the most basic plank. You want to keep your hands about shoulder width apart and your feet close together. If that's uncomfortable, you can have your feet as well as shoulder width apart. And you're just going to want to hold. And you really want to try to pull your stomach upwards into your chest as you're holding this. So you just want to hold this for 30 seconds today. So you want to make sure you're keeping a straight back, straight arms, and straight legs. A good way to do that is to try to lift your bum upwards and to just really try to pull that stomach up, pull your core up. I'm counting in my head, but it might be a good idea to set a timer. That's what I'm thinking about. And actually, I'll do that. Okay, so moving on from the extended arms plank. Feels like an eternity. It does, yeah. It does feel like an eternity. I'm already sweating, but it's really good. So moving from the extended arms plank, we're going to get into the wide leg extended arms plank. So we're going to get back into that plank position. Again, we'll take 5-second rests in between as I go to speak. And for this one, you want to have your same thing, arms extended, shoulder width apart, in plank position. Except now you're going to want to get your legs as far out to each side as you can. So maintaining that plank position. So again, really feeling that core workout. So for me, I'm going to try to go about here. And just sitting like this, trying to pull your stomach up off of the floor. And just holding that plank. So you're definitely going to feel this in your legs as well. It really is a full body incorporated exercise whenever you're in plank position. Oh wow, and I forgot to set a timer again. Just talking about it. So I'll knock about 5 seconds off of my timer. I think maybe 10. So again, just holding. If you ever get tired, you don't have to hold it for 30 seconds. Again, it's really just about what you're comfortable with doing. Okay. All right, so positions for hands and weight distribution. Our fists are here too. I've had a wrist. Yeah, of course. Yeah, so if you are going to use your fists, you absolutely can. To make it easier, you can use your fists. As we get into further modifications to the plank, you can get down on your elbows, and you could basically do these exercises only on your elbows, if that helps. So that would look like your basic plank on your elbows, having your hands free, and just resting them. If you have a mat, you can hang your wrists off of the mat and really just only rely on your elbows and your forearms as well as your shoulders. And for the wide leg, it would just be the same position but extending your legs out. So like this. So it would be mostly just balancing on your forearm, but that does increase the pressure on your abdominal muscles. But if you can do it on your forearms, you're getting your most bang for buck. Absolutely. So I would also recommend tying your wrists. You can look up if you don't already. I would tie my wrist before every workout, but that's just me, and what's worked best for me when I've had injuries. Okay. Oh, and we're actually getting into the elbow plank, so this is perfect. So now we're going to get into the elbow or forearm plank. So again, just getting on your forearms, and similar thing, just pulling in the stomach. So we'll do this for 30 seconds. You can see what I'm doing and then jump in afterwards. I'll move back on my mat. So just getting on my forearms. And just like this. So you want to have your back straight like a table, and you just want to pull the stomach in, contracting your abdominal muscles. So so that's the forearm or elbow plank. So the next one we're going to do are Supermans, or the Superman plank. So that's just lifting your lower body off of the floor as well as your upper body while resting or sitting on your abdominal/chest area. Ideally, you would like to lift your shoulders and chest off of the mat when you lift your body up. So holding this for 30 seconds can be tricky, but there are a few ways around that. Like for one, personally, I like to just rest my arms sort of at shin level to just encourage me to keep that up. And I balance on my toes here with each foot. And I really just try to get that stretch. So this is the Superman. And yeah, so I'll set a timer. But just lying flat on your stomach and lifting your back legs and your front arms up. Okay, so Superman position. Again, you just want to have your chin above shoulder level, just lifting. This is a lot harder than it looks. So you just want to try to get your quadriceps and your chest off of the mat or off of the floor. Whew. Okay, so that was the Superman plank. Now we're going to get back into elbow plank. I hope everyone is doing okay so far with this. I know that and me as well, not working core for a while, you could definitely feel that burn a lot faster. So hope everybody is okay, and we're satiating that need for fitness today. Okay, so now we're going to move into raised arm elbow plank, or otherwise the one-handed plank. So this is really going to take some upper body strength, but you can adjust your body in a way to make it less difficult on yourself. So if we go into the elbow plank, we'll have better balance on our forearms, keeping it down here. And again, once you get comfortable on your elbow, so for me, I like to use the flat underside of my forearm. I like to rest on that, keeping my fingers up for the moment. And then reaching up. So you're able to really put a lot more weight, a lot more pressure onto your forearm just by flattening out that sort of muscular, fattier side of your forearm. Just flattening that out, and you'll get a lot better balance. So I'll set the timer for myself. And again, don't strain yourself to get 30 seconds. If that's too easy for you, you can keep going through the exercises, keep doing it. But 30 seconds is the goal. Don't be afraid to go shorter or go over. Again, it's just what's comfortable with you. You can always build up as well. So, resting on the forearm, lifting up one arm. Just doing this for 30 seconds. When you get to about 15 seconds, you can switch arms. If that's too tiresome on one arm, that's what I like to do. It also feels more even. Okay. Okay, so onto our final plank. We're going to be doing side planks. So this is going to be 30 seconds on one side and 30 seconds on the other. So again, if you have things to do or if you want to hop off, we do archive these videos on our Facebook, so you can always go through them and watch them. Especially for a core workout, I would go through and do them however many times a week if you are trying to reach some abdominal strength. So the side plank is where we go on our sides. So I'm going to start on my right side, resting so that our shoulders are just straight to the ground, parallel with the ground. My arm is sticking out. And you want to just lift your side up and rest. If you can't get the lifting in, you can use your hand to push you up, and you can get comfortable and hold a position. But otherwise, you're just lifting the hips from the floor up into the air. And so you just want to hold that for 30 seconds. You forgetting the timer again. So the side plank focuses on the sides of our abs, so the obliques. So that's why we have to do both sides. We don't want to have uneven abs. So just lifting up your body, trying to be straight. So now switching sides. Same deal, keeping everything flat, shoulder parallel. My legs are on top of each other. So maybe I'll actually from the side. And again, just lifting yourself so you're not touching the mat. And you want to just keep yourself as straight as you can out to the side. So just 30 seconds on both sides and just holding the position. So again, 30 seconds is the goal, but don't worry about coming short or going past, that's great. Um, we're all learning, and always trying to get better. So, you know, I personally look forward to getting a lot better at doing abdominal workouts. They're definitely my my semi-weak spot. Okay, so now that we've really warmed up, that could also be a workout. So if you feel like you can get into more of a core workout, I welcome you to stay, and we can definitely do that. I'll be going through it again, so this will be archived. So if you want to look through these workouts that I do and just repeat them on your own time, that's no problem. I actually encourage everybody to do that. So getting into this workout, we're going to be doing 10 reps, so 10 repetitions. So that is going to be leg raises, and again, going with that dynamic stretching idea, we want to hold our positions as much as possible. So when I lift my legs off of the floor, I'm going to try to hold that position, again, 3 to 5 seconds like we did in our stretches. So to the side. So again, laying flat, feet straight, arms straight by your side. You can lift up your head if you want to trigger the top of your abs, but if not, you can lay down and be more comfortable. It's really up to you. So again, just lifting, back down, then lifting, back down. So we're going to do this 10 times, right? So when you're doing this exercise, to really nail it home, you want to keep your feet off the floor even as you bring them down. Trying to keep them straight off of the floor, so just like so. And then holding at the top for a few seconds, and then going back down. If you really want to make it harder, you can hold at the bottom for 3 to 5 seconds, then bring it up and hold, and then back down, and then back up. So that would be a killer leg raise. Just lifting again, your legs up, holding that, and then back down. If you want to make it more challenging, you can hold in the down position as well. Again, your legs are completely off of the floor for that really intense ab workout. So jumping from there, we're going to do 20 heel touches. So this will look like 10 on each side. Personally, I like to get into the sit-up position. So laying back. And you can almost see my heels, but laying flat, my knees are in that sit-up position. And now you're just going to want to reach from side to side, touching your heels. So if you find that that's too easy, put your legs further out. Just really trying to hit that reach in. And so while you're doing this, you want to kind of lift up into a crunch. And once you're in that crunch position, you're going to start reaching over. So it's another holding workout. So getting into crunch position and reaching over. And so you just want to do this 20 times. So 10 each side. Again, if you find it too easy or too difficult, you can bring your heels closer or further away, whatever's most comfortable for you. Again, just reaching side to side. So show you profile. Just reaching side to side. So just doing that 10 on each side. And those are heel touches. So again, that's a really good twisting Um, Oblique workout, I'm certainly feeling it. So now we're going to do some side crunches. So side crunches are just like crunches except on your side. So I'll show you what that looks like. What I like to do is I like to have my feet like this. So again, it's one leg up and one is off to the side. And I'm sort of coming up in this position. So I'm trying to go in between my legs that are at this type of an angle. Sort of like a side V. So again, just really trying to get these muscles here activated. So reaching upwards. And you can go slower to really get that holding in. So, just reaching and holding and getting that tight feeling in the sides, and then going back down. So you want to feel that muscle tense, and then you want to loosen it. So coming up, again, just doing this 10 times. Switching sides now. So again, keeping it straight. And I use my right elbow as the guider, so just coming up, trying to touch my elbow to my knee, if you want to visualize it that way. But again, just coming up and feeling that tightness here, and letting go, letting go. And again, just getting that really tight feeling here and releasing it. So just doing this 10 times. So now we're going to do side bridges. So side bridges are just like the side plank that I had done before, but we'll just be popping it up and coming back down. So again, I'll show you what that looks like. Back into this position, but instead of holding it, we're just going to pop it up and push it back down. Again, trying to get some holding in there, but certainly not 30 seconds. So just coming up, back down, back down. So again, just coming up, holding 3 to 5 seconds, 2 seconds, as long as you're holding or trying to, that's the best way. So just coming up, back down. Again, if you want to make it easier, you can use your arm as well, just to lift your body up. But try not to use too much of your upper body strength, but just guiding it and holding and back down is certainly okay. So, yeah. So those are the side bridges. Now we're going to move on to our final 2 workouts. So these are high crunches and then followed by sit-ups. So side crunches or high crunches and sit-ups are like the most, I guess, basic. If you Google, abdominal workouts, that's what you're going to see. People doing sit-ups and people doing crunches. they are both very well. The sit-ups incorporate each part of your body coming from the bottom to the mid to the up, from the crunching and the sitting up aspect. So they're good. So I'm just catching my breath. Yeah. So getting into high crunches now. Show you the side view. We're going to be doing crunches, so again, just lifting the shoulders off of the floor, like so. But now just with your arms extended and trying to reach up. So if you can get that holding in there, you're welcome to do so. I'm certainly going to try. But again, if you can't, don't be worried about it. Just trying to get the shoulders off of the floor and back down. So. When you reach up with your arms like this, you're actually adding that weight to your crunching exercise. So again, you can also remove it and just do crunches. That'll take away the extra weight from your arms. But just angling them like so just makes it slightly more challenging. And again, so just doing 10 crunches. So now we're going to get into some full-on sit-ups. So actually, yeah, do another side profile. So we're going to do this 10 times. So sitting up, you just want to have your back flat against the floor, and you just want to sit up. So you can use your arms and keep them forward if that helps you reach upwards. You can keep them on your chest if you want to have some difficulty in doing the sit-ups. You can keep your legs straight, which is just slightly harder. As you can see, I had to bend my legs. There you go. That was just for me. So yeah, so we're going to be doing these sit-ups. If you want to make them harder, you can put your arms behind your head, and this will just really make you have weight that'll pull you backwards. So again, that'll be more like a resistance workout, trying to keep your arms straight behind your head as you come up, which really add to it. If you have trouble keeping your legs straight like I do, you can jam them. Okay, jam isn't the right word, but you can put them gently underneath something, like a couch, or in my case, it'll be this coffee table here. And that'll keep your feet together from sticking out, and you can really just focus on your abdominals. So that's much easier. And now I can just really focus on the stomach. This might be a little strange with me, like coming up so close, but yeah. So again, just doing this 10 times. If you want to make it trickier, you could slow it down, and you'll really feel that as you're slowing it down. And yeah, so that was our core workout today. The best way to cool down your core is actually to just lay down straight and rest. And take deep breaths as you're resting, and try to have all that air in your stomach expand and then retract as you're laying back down on the floor. Just breathing to really just try to push out those abdominal muscles and just get them back into more of a relaxed position. But I'm certainly going to feel this today. So, thank you all very much for joining me. I hope that this video was useful to you today, and I hope that it is going to continue to be useful for others who watch these and do these core workouts. Certainly was a good time for me. If there are any challenges or if we need to slow down a bit with these workouts, please let me know at any point through messaging or whatever you're comfortable with, and I can certainly try to address that. So yeah, if you'd like to see more stretching, more of something else, do let me know. And Friday, as a heads up for those of us that are here now, is going to be leg day. So I'm going to try to get some leg workouts. So I hope that everybody can get as excited for a leg day as you possibly can. Yeah, so thanks again. Thank you very much for joining us. Chimagwich. And yeah, have yourself a wonderful Wednesday, guys.